Oh, Naegele. They'll be tweeting on you.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so the word skinny right now in the alcoholic beverage world is a valuable word.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a woman from the
Skinny Girl Vodka, right?
It's a woman from the Housewives show that created the skinny, all these skinny type things. And now Empire Brewing has jumped on board.
Nope, this predates it.
It does predate it.
Yeah, Dave Kadaleski out at Empire Brewing Company.
She'd be probably suing them otherwise.
I really hope she does, please, because he got sued by Lucasfilms, and that was the best thing to ever happen to him.
You're right. That's right. So, what was that one? That was
the Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. No, but this has been the bestseller at the Walton Street location of Empire Brewing Company in downtown Syracuse for over 20 years.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, she couldn't. I got to tell you, maybe they got to sue her.
She should take a crack at it anyway, though, I think.
Yeah, I like it. Publicity, good or bad, unless it involves Harvey Weinstein stuff, is just run with it, as long as they get your name right. Okay, do you know this low-calorie, low-carb?
It is very low-calorie. It's under 100 calories. It is a light beer.
It does taste very light.
But it's not a light beer in the conventional sense where you take a full-bodied beer and you brew it up to a high gravity and then you cut it with water in order to lower the alcohol and therefore the calories. This is just a lighter style of beer. It's called a Kolsch. I bring a lot of Kolsch's on here.
Yeah.
And
so this might be high in carbs.
Well, I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I mean, calories are closely associated with residual sugar content and then the alcohol content. So this is low in both.
All right, interesting. I like this. This is very...
Yeah, it's a really nice beer. And the reason that I brought it on, I heard that you're going to have a guest this morning that's a close friend of mine. And we always talk about where we can buy the beer in stores. And we never talk about if you're out dining or doing anything like that. So I wanted to tie this in specifically because you can purchase it at the restaurant that you're going to be talking about.
Okay. Before I talk to the restaurant that I'm going to be talking about, and Tim is standing by, I want to ask Naegele an inside question.
Thanks.
Very seldom do I ever do something like this. But
everybody's thinking, all right,
that moment of silence was just so I didn't create an awkward moment. I like this beer. It's available all over the place?
All over the place. It's a year-round product, and you can buy it up and down the street in downtown Utica and in your better beer bars and better beer stores.
And by the way, the moment of silence wouldn't have been so long, except I didn't get the question out properly and didn't understand what I had
and Bill, because I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. So.
Right. You thought there was something in there. There's something in there. Tim Hardiman, ladies and gentlemen, the Tailor and the Cook, is on the line right now. He's the executive chef and co-owner of Tailor and the Cook, and of course Utica Bread, which is right next door, and a lot of carbs there, and I crave. Tim, good morning and congratulations. You guys just have been received a huge award.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
So tell us about this award and what this means, because this is not something that is handed out frequently.
I can't really speak to the frequency, but I guess I can speak to the volume of it.
Yeah.
So we received an award from DiRona, which is the Distinguished Restaurants of North America. And it's the Restaurant of Distinction in Dining. And what I can tell you is that less than 700 restaurants in North America, so Canada, United States, and Mexico, have received this award. Less than 700.
Wow, that's enormous.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, and you guys always do well. You're one of the first to get on Open Table, and my wife and I love Open Table. And I guess they take a cut, right? Obviously, the service has to be making money somehow. But
yeah, they take a cut.
Yeah, and it's probably a healthy cut, I assume. But I believe it really works for frequency, and it's just so easy to be able to make a reservation on your phone. And but you guys have been honored by Open Table several times.
Yeah, back in 2014, we were top 100 in the country on Open Table.
That's big, but this is far bigger. This is the real. This is quite the honor. And so I know that you guys are also going through a bit of a transformation over there. Can you talk about that and what that's going to mean for your hours?
Yeah, the timing with this award and what's going on with the restaurant is it's interesting. So, we recently converted to 6 days a week. So we are open Monday through Saturday for dinner service from 5 p.m. until 9:30 on the weekdays and 5 p.m. until 10:30 on Friday and Saturday. But more to your question, right now we've been closed this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and reopening today after a pretty substantial renovation of some parts of the restaurant. So today we open back up 5 p.m. for regular dinner service with some fresh new looks and I guess a really awesome award.
That's awesome. And by the way, what can you give us a little preview of what changed in the restaurant?
Well, the renovation started with the bathroom, which we've been open almost 6 years.
Yeah.
So we needed to put a little love back in the space. So the bathrooms have been completely redone, and then a bunch of really awesome local art and design work. Jordan Marcel Designs has been spearheading the new vibe in the restaurant, if you will. And we've been working with about 6 or 7 different local artists to really make it an interesting space. It's still the Tailor and the Cook, size-wise and seating-wise. Yep. We remain the same. The kitchen is still open and right there in the dining room, but just a little bit more texture, I guess I would say.
Oh, that's awesome. And the tie-in, how did you guys coordinate this beer today, Naegele?
Well, I'm lucky enough to have known Tim since very early on in my bartending days.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah. But I just we as craft beer guys, we have a hard time getting people into the industry, and there's always a gateway or breakthrough beer for people, and this is a really, really unique beer in that space, in that it is a light beer, a true light beer that's low in calories and tastes great, and it is easy drinking, but it's still a true craft beer made to the highest standards. And
I guess you're right. You think of craft beer, you're almost always thinking about heavy, something that is a little heavier.
And so, I mean, and the tie-in with Tim is that Tim has always been the first to be pro New York State. I mean, his whole concept down at Tailor and the Cook is farm to table
food.
This is
beverages, the whole 9 yards. Yeah.
And Empire Brewing Company being the largest farm brewery in New York State, Tim obviously has had this in his restaurant from the get-go. So I just wanted to bring something on so that I could stay through his segment.
Well, Tim,
we're saying too, real quick on that Skinny Atlas Light. We made the decision pretty early on in the restaurant that we weren't going to carry any mainstream beers. So, we did that with help from great, producers and great salesmen like John that help us to select the right stuff. But there's a large portion of the market. I guess it's kind of shrinking, and John could probably speak to that. But there's a large portion of the market that really isn't into the whole heavy-duty craft beer movement. When they're looking for a light beer, you have to have something to offer them if you've made the choice to not carry the national name brand.
Got it. That makes sense.
A beer like this really, took a good spot.
Well, listen, Tim, congratulations. Great job. And, we're big fans of your restaurant. You guys are doing it.
I do. We've come a long way since plate night.
We have come a long way. That Tim was on the program a long time ago, and you certainly
have. 5 years ago.
Easily, yeah. You've done it. And listen, you were great back then. But and people always say, oh, I don't know, you can't get in there. You can. And use Open Table because it helps you get in. And, of course, open 6 days a week now. So check it out. Tim, thanks so much.
Bill, thank you.
All right. Tim Hardiman. Love that place. They've done an incredible job in the Bank Square area, really helping revitalize that down there. All right, Naegele, I like this. And it just dawned on me, Skinny Atlas. I'm a little slow today. Skinny Atlas.
Yeah,
I get it now. Sorry.
It's a little play on
slow.
words there.
No, the bell goes off usually about 3 minutes after everybody else. For me,